Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are building the Jurassic Park that I personally quite like, or I built to say that it's better. This entrance I do think is better than just taking you on a little car ride, but at the same time, the Jeeps are really cool. Also, I see I haven't read the books or anything, so I don't know how that park properly looked. And I see they got to see more they did on the Jeeps than what they should have and what normal visitors would see. Also, I'm planning on adding more shops and like just having one visitor centre. So there is actually, I have used the visitor centre already in this one. I also am really liking this facility path at the moment. I think it actually makes Jurassic Park look like Jurassic Park. Because unfortunately we don't have any Jurassic Park pathing, which is really a shame. Because not many of the paths look Jurassic Park, a lot of them look Jurassic World. So I just thought I would use that path mainly. I know it doesn't bring in extra guests, but I mean it is quite a nice path. I just adding some decorations. Some of the decorations are wrong on there. I've actually gone through and fixed some of them. As you see, I use them as the corner pieces, but when we get over here, I realised I don't actually need a corner piece. So I just did like a little cut off. But no, I've fixed that now. I did the same at the front. I had just enough for the whole thing. It's because one side was actually bigger than the other, which is really a shame because I'm terrible with stuff like that. Also, making a suggestion, if you want your game to lag less, especially when you're on PS4 and stuff, make sure your park is closed. Sure, it keeps coming up with the thing at the top saying, oh, park is closed, but it stops the lag a lot for me, so I would suggest doing that. Also, I imagine this park is going to be even more laggy than the Isla Sauna park. Main reason why is because I have a lot more area to build, and yet there was 50 dinosaurs in the last one. I really need to stop putting other herbivores in enclosures with each other, because it is starting to literally become a problem. Here I was planning on doing like a weird enclosure, but then I changed my mind. I built this long path out, which I ended up deleting because it wasn't straight. So you can see, just turning round, filling in the gaps. And then I built, I used the terrain tool to lower it a bit, add some depth or height, whatever you want to say. I was kind of hoping, like, as soon as you walked in, I see there'll be a front enclosure. I was going to just have it so that you just walk out into it, but then I remembered that I saw a video from Evolution Square, and they had a petting zoo thing from the Camp Cretaceous, but I decided to do that, but I don't have the invisible fences, so I did it doing that. Also, I failed doing what's it. Sometimes I really hate the, what's it called? The terrain tool, because it can be very annoying. Because look, I accidentally clicked on the wrong thing and I couldn't go back off of it, so I had to sort of ruin it a bit there. The only unfortunate thing is obviously guests won't come down there now, so, because there is no anything down there other than tables and chairs when I was building, because all there is that circle, and then I filled it in with a fountain in the centre, because I thought it was just the perfect size basically. Actually, I don't know if it's just a fountain. I don't remember whether I actually put any chairs or not. I'll probably be doing more like this anyway. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make any more enclosures like that close to it, because the dinosaurs don't like it when you put that as an enclosure, because it doesn't count, so they end up claiming more land, and the dinosaurs don't exactly like being in the same territory as other dinosaurs. Because there'll be a park tour coming soon that I'll do after the series. And it is, how do I describe it? It is quite a small park actually, and there's a lot packed into it to say how small it is. And it is actually incredibly laggy on it, so it's rather a shame. When I was loading up my PlayStation, I left it on rest mode, so when I was loading it up, what it came up with was... I was already on this, like I was just on the finish recording bit. Actually, all I'm doing now is paint work. I quite like using the mud, or dirt, whatever you want to say. It's one of my favourite things. I think it just makes an enclosure look a bit more lively, and I also like using the sand. Adds a bit more colour to the enclosure, before adding the rocks along the side, and then adding water. I don't remember whether I actually put any trees in this enclosure. I think I put a few. I was originally going to have a viewing area on the other side, but I ended up changing that. Here I am just thinning out the river before doing that, just to make that look a bit more like a stagnant pond. Whereas here I am just going around it. Yeah, the original plan was to put a viewing platform. And I liked how the enclosure turned out then, but I knew I needed to have some trees. Here is where I build off of into the staff area, which I leave after filling the road in. Or as in trees, whatever. I use dirt as the road. I sometimes use sand, but I think dirt just looks better. Then when you cover it with trees, they can only drive a bit into the trees, so. That would later be the path towards the actual, what's it called? Oh yeah, this is where I built the visitor centre, because I thought to myself, I need an actual functioning visitor centre. I don't care whether the what's-it works, the other one works. Unfortunately, I don't get why you can't have both, but unfortunately you can't, so. Also don't get why you can't just, like, because I actually really hate that, but I can't do it with it, because I can't make it look nice. And then back here is actually where I build the shops and that lot, but I ain't built them yet. I moved on to the staff area after that. I did actually put a top on it, but then I thought to myself, no, I needed to continue it. I see, I measured it to a size of a shop. I didn't know whether to have them around the visitor centre or just have them on like a main street type thing. So I just made it bigger and then left it like that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just left it like that before moving on to the staff area. I actually thought the staff area looked alright. I didn't know what to place first. I used that. I actually thought that was really cool looking at the front. I actually didn't know whether to have the staff path as a different colour. To have it as the actual, like, base. Not the base. The more concrete looking path. I know it's just like the path just brings different ratings, but I don't honestly care. Here's where I had like a little science area. I did want it to be. I was originally going to have the Dinosaur Creation Lab there, but then I found that when I was building it, I didn't realise how much room I was using up. I'm hoping this build goes as well as it looks, because honestly, I think for the start of the park, it looks really nice. I don't know why it made the path loop for some reason. It's really annoying sometimes to do these paths. Obviously in this area I just tried to jam as much in as possible. Obviously I know none of it can actually be used because of the settings that I've got, but it doesn't really matter in my opinion. As long as your park looks nice. And I did want a staff area, it just adds a bit of realism to it. Plus I did that with sauna, and sauna was just, all of it was staff area basically, because there was only staff on sauna, it wasn't a visitor thing. And honestly, I know the cars were like going around it and talking about the dinosaurs, but they were mainly meant for travel, because I can't use monorail or anything. So I just decided, I'll just do it like that. So that's just a staff centre that I thought I'd just shove into that little corner. I like filling in a lot of the gaps with staff or facility path. I think it just makes the place look nicer. Unfortunately, I didn't put any decorations in this area yet. I do need to add some, because there's actually more decorations on my sauna for the people who lived there than there is for this. Also, for like when the cars cross the path, I use sand, so you can actually see it. At this point, I didn't really know what to build, so I just started filling in the path and then continuing the path on. This is where the path was being dead annoying, so I forgot what I did here. Oh yeah, I built like a front on it. I built a front on that one, so that I can like cross over like how I wanted anyway. I actually really like using the Expedition Centre as like another helipad, just in general. I think it looks really nice, instead of having like a park entrance. I was also going to have an entrance as well here, but unfortunately I can't. Plus it would have no use anyway, because it becomes a prop, and I say that means the visitors don't come out of it, or the helicopter doesn't move, so unlike in Jurassic Park, Operation Genesis, you could have multiple entrances, because I see that's how it was. You could just have more than one entrance into your park. So, like, if you had a different section that, let's say, like how there was Camp Cretaceous, you could have another entrance to that if you were to try and recreate it. But unfortunately you can't have that in this game, so... Well, this is all from me. I'll let you enjoy watching this last bit of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.